Hello student, welcome to Arunava bio class, and today we discuss the last part of the class 11 living world chapter. In the last day we discuss about the importance aspect of the living organism and their taxonomical categorized. So now today we discuss about the taxonomical aids, that is the last topic of the living world chapter. At first we discuss that what is the taxonomical aids. That means you know that taxonomy is a very important. What is it? It is a branch of science where we ultimately discuss about the diversities and where we discuss about the living organism, their classifications, their nomenclatures and their relationship in our environment. Biodiversity, where that means a different type of plants and animals. But in here, study of various species of plants and animals is very important. Why? Because it gives the important aspect in our forestry, in our industry, or in the different field and in our society. So this is very useful to know the bioresource and the diversity in the particular environment. Now, like you know, in the West Bengal, the Sundarban is very famous. Why? For that reason of Royal Bengal tiger. Darjeeling are very important. You know, Darjeeling is very important, very famous for their tea, because for that particular biodiversity. If we do not know the tea is produced in the Darjeeling, so Darjeeling is not famous. Not only the famous, ultimately economic aspect, it is very important, the biodiversity. So in the biodiversity, not only we understand in there the different type of plants or animals is there, but it is important to know that their correct classifications and correct identification of the organism. That is the most important also. Next one. But identifications, when we identify a living organism, that time it is required to very intensive laboratory experiment, also the field studies. After these two things, we conclude and understand a particular type of living organism. So, it is very important that if we research on a particular type of animals or the particular type of organism, at first it is required, that means that used for the classification. If the plant specimen or animal specimen is not present, so what we ultimately classify, what we ultimately characterize their features, how we characterized. So the specimen is very important. It is plant or animals because it is used for the classification. Another one, the informations gathered from ultimately stored from that particular specimen which is very helpful for further studies. So biologists established certain procedure and techniques to store and preserve the informations in the specimen for their further use, for getting the informations. So this is the taxonomical tool. So taxonomical tool is a very powerful tool which is important for understand our biodiversity and which is for useful the application of biodiversity for human mankind, right? So we discuss the different tools, but in here our NCERT syllabus or NEET syllabus, first the herbarium is there. What is the herbarium? Herbarium is a plant specimen where we ultimately preserve the dead plant specimen, not the living. So how the herbarium are prepared? First of one, the specimen, like any leafy part, like any flower part, it is first dry, next pressed, in the heavy material something is pressed, next one preserve on sheet, like that. You preserve in the sheet, but next one the seeds are arranged according to the accepted system of classification. That is the most important. herbarium sheet, it is very important point in your NEET part, contain the information about the date, place of collection, from where it is collected, and the collector name, their local name, their botanical name also. That is written in here in the herbarium sheet, right? Because you know, some plant specimen have some common name or local name, that is also be written in here. So also provide the quick referral system for taxonomical studies. So herbarium is the storehouse of date plant specimen. Clear? Next tools, that is the botanical garden. Some people believe that botanical gardens only give some mental pleasure, not only the mental pleasure. It is very important for specialized garden for collecting the living plant. In the herbarium, we getting the specimen, but date specimen. If we try to research or get information from any living plant species, that time the botanical garden is very important place. In here, we grow the plant artificially, so it is the part of the ex situ conservation. Growth for identification purpose, growth for the plant are grown here for the taxonomical studies, right? So each plant are labeled and indicating their scientific name, family. Indeed, also written, all the plants are written in their stem part. Because all the human beings are easily noticed about their name, about the scientific name. But in your NEET point of view, botanical garden, Kew in the England is a very world biggest botanical garden. But in here, in India, Indian Botanical Garden, where it is here? It is at Howrah. It is the Indian most important botanical garden. Next one, National Botanical Research Institute, where it is placed? It is in the Lucknow. It is also a very important botanical garden where the many different type of plants are cultivated for the research purpose for their taxonomical studies. So it is the botanical garden. This is the second tools. Now, third tools, that is a museum. In the museum, in there, collect and preserve the plant and animal specimen. So in the museum, the both are plant and animal specimen is there. Second one, it is useful for study and reference. Because you are want to study the tiger, that time it is not possible to go the forest. That time if you go to some museum and you observe some skeleton, that time you try and understand some basic structural features. So specimens are preserved in a containers. Sometimes you know, in like biological laboratory, the specimen are preserved in the formaldehyde solution. In here also there are like this type of specimens and their containers is there, where the jars in the preservative solution, like the formaldehyde solution. Specimen can be preserved in the dry condition also, like insects are preserved in like dry conditions. So insects are preserved in the insect box after collecting, killing and pinning. This is a different process by which insects are preserved. And large animals, how they preserve? They are preserved by the starched and preserved, because the internal materials are just poured out and they are poured up to some artificials like cottons are poured up in that particular part. Also have some collections for skeleton of animals. That is a very important part in our museum, where the different animals and their skeleton is preserved in there, right? So that is a museum. Another point in the taxonomical studies, another tools, that is the zoological park. Zoological park, it is also part like the ex situ conservation. Why? Because it is a protected animal for wild animals, but it is not provide the natural habitats. It is like the artificial habitats. So it is the ex situ conservation. So provide similar to natural habitat but not totally similar. Enable us to learn about their food habits, their behavior. It is very important for studies of animals. Like in the Kolkata, the Alipur Zoo is there. That is very important part where the zoologist, mainly who study the animals' behavior, they are go to the zoo and study and observe their behavior in the Alipur Zoo. So this is the zoological part. And very important tools, that is the key, right? Key, right? Very good. Key is ultimately a very important tools for the identification of plants and animals. But key ultimately is analytical tools. That means it is used to analyze the organism. In here, the identification of plants and animals can be done based on the similarities and differences. Very important point. In here, plant or animals classify on that point in similarities and difference. And the key are provide, the taxonomists enable the biologists to identify the species of the studies. So you analyze the result after you find out some important features of the animals or plants. So that is point of view keys are very important. Also some point is there. It is a very important information for any unity. The key are based on the contrasting character. That means some animals have, some animals have not. Like the monkey have tail, human have no tail. Like it is a contrasting character, right? So it consists of a series of pair questions. This is the only one question, they have tail or not. Like this type of series question is there in the key. Always the one option is correct, reliable, another is ultimately rejected. So in key ultimately based on the clearly observable features which is you observe in the externally. That is the basis of the key. Each statement in the key is called the let. That means the human beings have no tail. It is a statement, also it is called the let. And you know the different types of bracketed taxonomies or bracketed key or different type of keys is there. But most common is ultimately it is analytical tools. Like I give you an example. Like you have some option is there. Like it is a specimen A. It is specimen B, it is specimen C, specimen D, specimen E and specimen F. In here, I give a simple key option. Simple key and bracketed key, mainly the two types. First of one, does it have legs? Yes or no? Two option is there. Which one have the legs? B, C, E and F, they have the legs. And which one have no legs? So A and D have no legs. Next question. I already tell that in the key the series of question is there, and so we give the second question like does it have more than 4 pair of legs? Which animals are there? So E and C have more than 4 pair of legs. But 4 pair of legs is not present, B and F, right? So like does it have the 7 pair of legs? Does it have 3 pair of legs? So like it is any conclusion must be taken after the analysis. It is ultimately one key. Clear? So very easy. And your last page in the NCERT books, you observe that other means of the taxonomical tools is there, 3 important terms is there, but also it is important for your medical entrance. Flora, manuals and monograph. What is the mean by flora? In the flora contains the actual account and habitat and distributions of the plants in a given area. It is called the flora. Flora like the flower means the plants. Show any particular geographical area what type of plants are present, it is discussed in the flora. It is another tools. Next, manuals. What is the manuals? Manuals are like elaborate records, but with the drawing. That is the most important. That is very useful for providing the information for the identification of species for found in the particular area. With drawing, it is the most important. It is also elaborated records. Finally, our last tools in the NCERT syllabus, that is the monograph. Mono means the single, right? So monograph contain the information of any one taxon, right? And there all the information is there, but one taxon. That time it is called the monograph. So this is the different tools or taxonomical aids which is used to the study of the taxonomy. Clear? So we complete our living world syllabus in the NEET, and we discuss this chapter into the fourth topic as written in the NCERT book. In the NCERT book, first written is like characteristic features of living world. We discuss our first class, and in the second class we discuss about the diversity, and in the third topic we discuss about the taxonomical hierarchy, and in the fourth topic we discuss about the taxonomical aids like similar to NCERT books. Why? Because you concentrate in the NCERT book, right? So after that you start some notes and doing some MCQs, so your preparation are completed. So we are emphasized every topic because the one question is very important now in our NEET exam. Clear? So if it is helpful to you and if you understand clearly this topic, so please you refer and like and ultimately share to your friends and subscribe this channel for the further studies, right? So today class now in 8, and you go to our next syllabus, next topic, that is the biological classification. Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you.